LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. All our followers, all those in Radio Land, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome once again. This is your humble host, Michael Padmore. I'm here again on a Monday edition of the LIB Future TV here on the social media as well as Kia Radio. I want to welcome you once more. We're going to have a great show today. So first of all, let's just go around the table here. Jeff, how are you doing this evening?
Yes, I'm okay. By His grace, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Awesome. How is Monrovia this evening?
Well, it's wet in Monrovia currently. We're having rain pulling down. In fact, since yesterday, but it's heavily raining here currently as we speak. So we might experience some fluctuation in the Liberia once the weather is yeah, then ready to miss you. Yeah.
Hey, we can't win in the other country.
Yeah.
I even have my mouth pray for rain because they heat alone, then LEC again. Yeah, but the LEC now can rain now can to feel the hydro. Then at the same time that will be experiencing fluctuation. Oh no, country. Well, we'll be fighting there. We'll be fighting there, I tell you. But hey, man, I'm glad you could join. I'm really glad. We have some very interesting topics. It's been an interesting week in Liberia. So we're gonna hit some highlights. But before we begin, we're gonna turn it over to our dear sister, Madam Lavetta Davis, so she can bring us up to speed on all of the happenings, and then we'll take it from there. Lavetta, good evening. How are you?
Good evening to you, and good evening to our people in Radio Lane. Those of you watching via our Facebook page, good evening as well from Liberia. And welcome to LIB Future TV News Updates. I'm Lavetta Davis. Deputy Speaker Fala wants Unity Party officials to bring winds down or risk losing jobs. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Thomas Fala, has issued a strict warning to Unity Party officials, urging them to reconnect with ordinary Liberians or face replacement. Speaking at NIMBO headquarters over the weekend, Deputy Speaker Fala said many citizens are dissatisfied with how some government officials are carrying themselves in power. He asserted that now the Unity Party is in the driver's seat, those in power should bring their glasses and wings down. He cautioned the decision is in the hands of the Liberian people, noting that when the Liberian people decide, the Unity Party will be in the community again. He lamented that today the Unity Party has the opportunity to serve the people, and therefore they should serve with diligence and commitment. He called on those serving key government positions to go back to the slums, ghetto, and the various communities to work for the people who campaign for them. He vowed to call out names of those who would not help those in the communities and take away their jobs, adding that a lot of people are complaining and crying because of the unavailability of jobs. CSC coordinators raised concern over unpaid salaries and poor working conditions. An investigation gathered by this platform has revealed that county service center coordinators across the country are calling on the Ministry of Local Government to address delays in salary payments, unclear employment status, and poor working conditions affecting their operations. According to a statement, an independent investigation surrounding the CSC, the coordinator said they have continued serving under difficult conditions since assuming office in 2025, with many still awaiting regular salaries and benefits as of this year, 2026. The coordinators also highlighted serious logistical and operational challenges confronting county service centers, including lack of transportation and other essential resources needed to effectively reach communities and deliver government services. They warned that the situation is undermining efforts to strengthen decentralization and improve public service delivery across the counties. Meanwhile, the coordinator are calling on the government to speedily place all CSC officials on the national payroll, ensure timely payment of salaries, and provide adequate operational support for county service centers throughout the country. University of Liberia president defends possible fee increase, says education cannot be free forever. University of Liberia President Dr. Lily Mapaya has defended the possibility of future increases in student fees at the state-run university, the country's premier public university. Dr. Mapaya warns that raising operational costs and economic realities make it extremely unsustainable for the institution to continue operating on minimum charges indefinitely. Speaking on a local radio station in Monrovia over the weekend, Dr. Mapayan addressed growing concerns over the financial challenges faced by the state-run university and explained why adjustments in fees may become necessary over time. She stated that many students do not understand reasons behind potential fees increases, believing the university in arbitrarily demanding more money from them. Dr. Mapayan stressed that the institution is being forced to respond to increasing costs associated with providing essential services and maintaining operations, noting that students are going to adjust to the fact that over time student fees are going to increase. According to her, the global economic pressures, including the ongoing crisis in the Middle East, are factors contributing to increased operational expenses at the university. Liberian advocate raises red flag over District Number 10 Representative vacuum. A Liberian advocate of Monserrado County, Randolph Cummings, has expressed concern that District Number 10 remains vulnerable following the expulsion of former Representative Yeke Kolubai from the House of Representatives, stressing the urgent need for a timely by-election to restore representation at the Capitol building. According to Cummings, they supported the expulsion of Honorable Kolubai, presenting counts in favor of the 55th legislature's decision to remove Honorable Kolubai, something he described as lackadaisical leadership. He further urged the House of Representatives to acknowledge that the people of District Number 10 are currently without representation, stating that whatever legislative business taking place in the House, District Number 10 has no voice. The Monserrado County advocate emphasized that Liberia must take urgent steps to ensure proper representation of the district. Meanwhile, Cummings further issued a 30-day ultimatum to the government of Liberia to provide a clear and timeline for conducting a by-election to fill the vacancy. Over 24 million United States dollars gap, GSC audit reports in that Ministry of Justice. A May 2026 compliance report released by the General Auditing Commission has uncovered major financial irregularities and accountability gaps at the Ministry of Justice, involving more than 24 million United States dollars in unsupported expenditures, mixing financial records, tax compliance, failure, and procurement violations. The audit, which covered the period from July 1, 2017 to June 30, 2021, paints troubling picture, weak financial control, and poor record keeping within the ministry during the period under review. According to a report, auditors found no evidence of adequate supporting documents, including payment, vouchers, invoices, delivery notes, and receipts for expenditures totaling over 1.7 million United States dollars. The report at the same time revealed that the ministry failed to provide detailed ledgers for expenditures amounting to US 19,930,665.88 recorded in its fiscal outturn and financial statement for the audited period. And Liberia Independent Elder Council for Peace and Reconciliation blast President over a statement made regarding the Liberia-Guinea border. The chairman of the Liberia Independent Elder Council for Peace and Reconciliation, Samuel O. Phillips, says he is disappointed in President Joseph Boakai. According to Elder Phillips, President Boakai's statement regarding the border situation that everything is under control is discouraging and frustrating. He stressed that President Boakai is aware of the presence of Guinean soldiers currently on the Liberian soil, stating that he shouldn't have lied to the public. And Phillips is therefore calling on President Joseph Boakai to tell the Liberian people the current status of the Solomba port of entry rather than making mockery of citizens. He added that citizens of Solomba Township continue to live in different towns and villages, while Guinean military have taken seize of their land. Chairman Phillips at the same time frowned at lawmakers who use taxpayers' money to go and make in low-fat rather than finding lasting solution to the border situation. Those for the latest news updates on LIB Feature TV. My name is Lavecta Davis. Good evening.
You're muted.
All right. Thank you so much, Lavetta. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation right now. We'll let you go. Hope you make it home safely and dry. I know it's raining. But thank you so much for always being here, being always on time, and always having all of the news for us. All right, people, that was our dear sister, Lavetta Davis. And as usual, she was here bringing us up to speed on all of the happenings in Monrovia, Liberia, our 43,000 square miles. Very interesting topics here. So today, we will be discussing a few topics. And then once we are done, we'll be opening the line. So please stay connected, stay tuned. We want to hear from you. And once we go down those topics, we want to hear your version of what you have to say to your people and to your government. So we were talking first. We started talking just about the rain. I was recently in Monrovia, and the country was hot. I don't remember Liberia being that hot when I was growing up. maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. But the country is indeed hot. The country is hot, and we're all looking forward to the rain coming. Because once when the rain comes, the first thing is that the heat kind of cools down a little bit. But also, our lake hydro can follow water, and the LEC can become more consistent. I remember last year, December, the LEC managing director was actually voted, several platforms, he was voted as the best performing government sector, beating all the rest. And the major element there was the fact that LEC current, as we can call it, was very consistent. And then we move into the deeper part of the dry season. and the consistency left in the rainy season. And we experience serious power shortage. There are some places that will go for days. There are a few communities that were lucky, will experience maybe hours, but there are some communities that will go for days, and Liberians had to come out and speak. So we are glad it's raining again, but at the same time, with the rain, first to move around is difficult because when you're on bike, when you really start reading through the bike, y'all gotta get out, y'all gotta stop. You can't be on bike and be raining unless you just prepare to get wet. And everybody can get money, especially while the press going holiday. Then, besides that, now when it rain too heavy, your Wi-Fi connection or your internet connection will start giving problem. Then when it letting straight too much, the LEC got to care current again. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on. But we'll see. I mean, it's our Liberia. We'll continue working on it. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. We haven't really heard recently from the government on their plans. There are a lot of proposals that have been given for people, and we don't see the action. I know a few years back there was a proposal for a dam to be built. Basically, it's like you dig a lake, right? So that when it rains, when the hydro fall, the water will go to that area. It's like a big lake, and the water will sit down there. When it rains, when it start going to dry season, then that water that's sitting down there now, it will start feeding the hydro. That proposal was made. Of course, they're not free. It costs money. For you to build something like that, it costs money. But we haven't heard any movement on our part of our government yet. But at least it's raining. We'll take that one for now. What do you experience, Jeff? When you tell me, I want to hear from you. What is your preference? It rain, the rain, and then the lack of connectivity and the difficulty with movement, or the dry season, and then the heat and no LEC?
Well, both are interrelated, I would say. When there's dry season and no LEC, you experience heat, it becomes very difficult. And then when it's raining and you have, nowhere to go, like normally people say in Liberia, the rainy season is good for the rich people. The season is for the rich people, because that is when, before the rainy season, they prepare ahead of time, go and get all of your foodstuffs, provisions, and get them stuck all in their, in their storerooms. And so it is only the poor you see getting. Our poor man will always wait. He will complain, the rain, nowhere to go and hustle, nothing to do. And so, but the rich man does not care. He has everything in store. He has his vehicles anywhere he wants to go. If he decides not to go anywhere for the rest of the rainy season, he just stay there, and he stays in home. His children, they in their compound, and that's just it. They have generator beating. Sometimes they heat their houses, and that's just it. But the poor man, you come from, you even if the rain will just stop for a little, you jump on it. You get in where you don't want to know you're going. And so once you go, you get what you're supposed to get. You come back, even though you're not getting sufficient. You come back, you're looking for coal. It's wet. You don't have dry coal. Or if you can use coal, people who use firewood, wet. You don't have dry firewood. And then you go lie down. Your bed is cold. Your house is cold. The floor is very cold. So it's just like the season is just. But the dry season, you can get outside to go and look for what you want to get. You have ample of time to get what you want. You come by Liberia, man, no heat. The man will take out his chair and can sit down outside and be fanning himself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, the both of them, they just somebody will say they are interrelated. That's how it is.
Okay, well, when we get to that point, I really want to hear from our listeners on which one they prefer. Just pick one. Just pick which one works for you better. You know, you said something here which is very important. You said people that get money, it really doesn't make a difference for them. You know, hopefully Liberia gets to the point where they elect a leader that will increase the economic situation for all Liberians, so that all Liberians are able to afford, even if it's just £100 bag of rest that you can put in your house. When I was a younger boy, we didn't have 25 kg. 25 kg rest is a response to the economic hardship of the country. When I was a young boy growing up in Liberia, we have £100 bag of rest. That was it. And people could afford to buy that £100 bag of rent and put it in their house for the month. The economic hardship of the country got so intense that people could never afford £100 bag of rest. So because of that, the response to that was, let's repackage it in a smaller vessel, which is the 25 kg, so then we can bring the price down so that people can be able to afford that. We look forward to the day when we'll take that off the shelf and we'll bring £100 bag of rest again. And then Liberians, and when I say Liberians, I'm talking about everyday Liberians, will be able to afford a £100 bag of rest ticket on the first of the month, take it to put it in the house and it lasts for the rest of the month. We look forward to it. It all starts with how we elect our leaders. If we keep telling the same thing over and over, United Party, CDC, CDC, United Party, and we can't reach £100 bag of rest, my people, then we ain't going anywhere. We need to try a different thing. We need to try a different thing. We can't keep going back and forth like this. Speaking on that, so Thomas Fala, formerly known as Tifa, by the United Party people. That's what my friend. When that don't talk about United Party people because that's what my meaning. Was recently in Lofa launching his Nimbo, and he was giving warning. United Party, you pay attention to the people around you while you're driving your BB car in. Because these are the people that will vote 3 years from now. And if you're not change your ways, because maybe you're in here Tifa. You remember when you used to call him Tifa? Yeah. At that time he was CDC, so at that time he was Row. But now he was in the party. Now he's Honorable Deputy Speaker Thomas P. Fala. How things have changed. Yesterday, what he was telling you, my United Party friend, you run your BB card in. Election coming. Pay attention to the people around you. Solve the Liberian people problem. If you don't solve the Liberian people problem, 3 years from now, they will not vote for you. This man is speaking from experience. He was a citizen. He experienced the opposition. He experienced winning election. He experienced a party being voted out of office. This man is speaking from experience. He knows exactly what it is, what it takes. And he's telling you, you get here, you hear. Based on that, Jeff, I don't know if you heard the Honorable Managing Director of Liberia Water and Swamp, Honorable Muhammad Ali, commonly known as Mo Ali.
Oh.
When citizens were complaining about no water, when the Telesage import bust, and instead of this servant of the people take his time to explain what was going on and what was happening, he decided he would get in talk. And told the Monte Pocket go Simple River go draw water. I want you to hear. Well, I mean, when you heard that, like, how did you what you thought? How did you receive that?
Hmm. Well, that is what it is when um, somebody wants something and they've already gotten it. They will pet you from the beginning stage and things will go fine. Once they've gotten your attention and they've gotten what they needed, the rest will be history now. But I remember he started to give, he started to appeal. There was recent time he was appealing that, oh, telling the Liberian people, I'm sorry for all the chicks I've been giving you, but well, it is the Liberian people that will accept, they will decide to accept or reject the apology. If the apologies he been giving in recent time are sincere, they will know. If they're not, the same Liberian people will still know. All right. But that is just Mo Ali giving people cheek, everything, what goes in poor and what have you. And these were the very people who stood in the queues, to vote for Mo Ali to get job today. These very people who you sent into Singapore were the ones uh, in the Sony, in the trenches, West Point, Doe community. At the time, the Singapore wasn't enough. He didn't know then. But today, the people are calling for pipe-borne water, safe drinking water, and 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 so
Wow.
uh,
Okay.
that's what that's why you see he's doing it. I told you, right? So
Yeah.
we'll have
No problem. You keep going. I can hear you loud and clear.
yeah. So Mo Ali is his assertion and his reference, sending people to the Sunni. It is the Liberian people that will say, okay, Mo Ali already told us sorry, we take it, or we don't take it. Well, that's what I can say.
Wow.
Mhm.
I was shocked, to be honest with you. I never expected. I know, I know that, you know, I know his character. I know his character. Here I have interacted on several different levels. We got common friends. Here and we're not personal friends, but we know each other. We share numbers. We've we've spoken back and forth. But I won't consider him a personal friend. But I can say if there's somebody say, "Oh, you know Moali," I say, "Yeah, I know Moali." Um, so I wasn't shocked, but I was taken aback. I expected Moali to be more composed. You know, and somebody say, "Well, the man under pressure. The job full of brother. That is job. That is why you are there. That why they didn't just hold anybody from the street and sitting there. The job is pressure. Can you handle the pressure? If you can't handle the pressure, you step aside and you let somebody else take the pressure. That's the objectivity of the job. But for you to be giving free cheek, but at the same time, how you blame more? The man boss man ready can get cheek. Say, God, I'm making new land. So I would blame more now. More just taking after the boss man. Say the boss man get off free cheek. Say we vote for him and get off free cheek. He said, okay, but then if the boss man get free cheek, I must say I can get free cheek. You see those things, they come like that, kind of packages. And you just look at it and say, well, you can't blame more now. Well, you get more complaint. You get more complaint to the free chick man. He said, the chief or all chief. You can't care to him. The man said, oh, pirate get chick. But speaking of the boss man himself, His Excellency, President of the Republic of Liberia, then I mean data say, I mean data, but I will say put a data there because I know it can be between now and 2029 they'll get data today. So data, Joseph Iman Bwaka, recently traveled to Nairobi, Kenya for another economic summit again. While there, we saw that he was able to say redness to the Guinean president. Dumbuya. And they exchange, some words. And then, the president was also opportune to grant an interview to a foreign radio station, where he stated that yes, indeed, he had exchanged some words with the Guinean president, and the first thing the Guinean president had told him was, "Add the situation to the border." Yeah. The one that surprised me about the whole thing is that the papa not even recognize Tor. The papa who say he can get Tor, he even recognize Tor. Guinea president was giving you Tor, papa. They may already that thing when the papa when Dumbuya ask you, say, "Oh, papa, how the border? How things are the border?" That Tor the man was giving you. You see, the men know how things are at the border. The main forces are in full command of the border. They have advanced. They're sleeping on Liberian land. They're building on Liberian land. Right now, I hear that the post started planting. They now start planting on Liberian land. That one I just told. It's just to say, right? When you go and you steal somebody's girlfriend. Yeah. And the man know you not take a woman. Then when you see in the street, you say, "Oh, my man, I okay." That Tor, that all that is, the man will give you Tor, papa. Then he too now, you go take it seriously, you start talking plenty. You start talking plenty. What kind of trouble is this, my people? So, we just get our land. I told somebody the other day, I say, the person said to me, they say, "Mike, you know that Guinea get stronger army. Guinea get bigger army. Guinea can spend plenty of money on the army." I say, "Hey." So I asked them, I say, "Let me ask you a question. Between Guinea and France, the country France, Macron, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. That France. Which one get bigger army? Which one can spend more money on the army? Guinea or France?" He said, "Oh, but Mike, what do you mean? You know that France. Guinea that small ball to France." I said, "Do you know once upon a time, Liberia stood up to France? Do you know once upon a time, we stood our ground when it came to France? That's why today we get Lofa border. That's why today they will get Bon County border. That's why today we get Nimba border. Do you know why today Sani Kwele is not part of the Ivory Coast? Do you know why today Ganta is not part of Guinea? It's because Liberia as a nation stood up to France, one of the biggest superpowers in the world. We stood up to them and we said, no, this is sovereign land. And we are prepared to defend it with our very blood. And they backed off. That today, the small brother of Guinea, you just let Guinea do anything you want to. Am I calling for war? No, I beg you. Please. I'm not calling for no war. Nobody must leave from here and say, "Oh, my God, must say, Liberia go forward." Now, what I'm telling you. All I'm saying to you is that there always comes a time, whether as a man or as a sovereign nation, that you stand up for your sovereignty. We hear all this talk. They say quiet diplomacy. The men bailing on your land, you say quiet diplomacy. What are you waiting for? What are you really waiting for? My man Jeff, if you are there, how you see the whole Lofa thing? Okay, man, they're experiencing a little bit of connectivity issue, but we'll keep going. And that it come with the rain, so you try to understand. We're happy for the rain. The rain will be LEC, but then the rain will interfere with our connection. So we'll keep going, and and Jeff will rejoin us as he can. But back to this Lofa issue. Because we are so afraid of war, so we just let Guinea do anything they want to. So so they slap us. We not take our cheek. One slap. We waiting for them to slap us again. We waiting for them to take Yeke back. Is that what we're waiting for? Then what we do now? I remember President Chancellor one time he said Chancellor once said they slap my left cheek, I get in my right cheek, I get in my backside, I run other side now. So it's time for me to stand up. We have to stand up. We have to stand up. If you don't, people will run over you. It's normal human instinct. If you don't stand up for yourself, people will run over you. So even with your little capacity, stand up for yourself. You don't need to stand up for yourself. Even if we are doing diplomacy, our diplomacy needs to be loud. We've tried quiet diplomacy. The president woke up, he get on plane, he went to Conakry, which I totally disagree with. But he said, hey, where you going to do it? He went Conakry. He came back, said March 26th. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was March 26th. Said March 26th, he come back. The people stay there. April 26th came, it passed. May 26th coming next week. The quiet diplomacy is not working. We need to become loud. Can you just tell our land that? People died for that land. People that long before us stood on that land and gave their blood for that land. Can they let it go like that? Today we won't let that land go. Tomorrow that's sending with it. Just the man that gun. You think it will stop? What's stopping it? What happened in Grand Jide right now? What's stopping that? The Burkina Faso that in Grand Jide? Come on, Liberians. Our government needs to do better. Our government needs to do better. But speaking about government, my younger brother, the counselor, he posted that government had employed over 1,000 youth cadets to deploy them to the 15 counties. Look, we know the country hard. Providing employment for young people is a good thing. But government providing employment is where the question mark starts. Last week, we saw government employ the entire ELB hospital. You have nurses in government hospital today that can hardly take pay. And when they take pay, their pay is almost nothing. And you tell them, when you get money to increase your pay. These nurses are telling you they work 12-hour days. I spoke to a nurse yesterday. I said, what is your shift? She said, I work from 8 in the morning. No, she said she worked from 7 in the morning to 8 in the night. Yeah, or 8 in the morning to 7 in the night. 8 in the morning to 7 in the night. That's how she works. 11-hour shift. She worked 2 days on, 2 days off. 2 days on, 2 days off. That's how she works. That's a lot of hours. Government say we don't have it to increase your pay. Then you hire 1,000 more people. So now we just expanding the salary envelope. We just expanding. Isn't that some of the things we complain about when CDC came? There's one of the things. You remember when CDC came and they started hiring a bunch of people, thousands and thousands of people, and they started to do harmonization so that they could be able to pay the thousands and thousands of people. And all of us at that time, we told the government, this is not the way to go. This is not sustainable. Government expanding the salary envelope is not sustainable. Turn to the private sector. Engage the private sector. Let the private sector do the employment. And they didn't listen to us. Today they are gone. The other people are here now. We are telling them the same thing. To hire youth is a good thing. But empower the private sector to hire these youth. That is the way to go. And when we open the lines, I really want to hear from people. I really want to hear from people. What do you guys think about, this whole thing about government just hiring people? Is this because you see the whole cadet thing here now? That temporary work. As soon as when the shortfall comes, they will lay them off. Why don't we invest in the private sector, my people? I don't understand why is it so difficult. Some people say, well, the solution, and I had to come. My brother, you promised us after 47 years of working in the government, you had the solution. You had the experience. You had the solution. That what we depended on. That what we voted you for. We said other people were not doing well. You promised you had the solution. You get it now, then you say the thing difficult. How now? How the thing difficult? And this is where we're coming from. If you don't have the solution for the Liberian people, then stop fooling them. Step aside. No shame inside. Step aside. Say, I don't get it. You'll find somebody else to do the work. It's too hard for me. I thought I could do it, but I'm able. Find different person. They'll find different person. But you can't just hold the country hostage with no answers, no solution. And you just complaining. But you're collecting your pay. But you're complaining. It doesn't work that way. We are paying you so you can provide solutions to our problems. That's the exchange, right? That's the exchange. We will pay you. We'll get you scratch car. We'll buy you car. We'll buy your generator fuel. We'll get you a pardon every time you travel. We'll do all those things. In exchange, you will solve our problem. Unemployment among the young people, you will solve it. Current business, you will solve it. Water and swore, lack of safe drinking pipe-borne water. You will solve it. Road connectivity, you will solve it. The education issue, the education gap, the number of young children are out of school, the substandard schools, you will solve it. The hospitals, ill-equipped, underprepared, no medication, you will solve it. This is the exchange that we agreed upon when we stood to the ballot boxes and voted for you. This was the exchange. This was the contract that we were signing. We'll vote for you. We'll pay you every month. We'll give you next car to drive. We'll equip your office. We'll give you gas. We'll give you security. We'll give you fuel. We'll give you a generator fuel. We'll do benefit. We'll do stretch car. In exchange, you will solve our problems. To see today, we are the only one giving. We just giving. You're not solving our problem. How now? How now? When? It's been 3 years. We've been giving. When? Every day we go home, we explain to our wives. Soon, my dear, soon, the answer will come. We'll look into their tired faces and we tell them soon. It's been 3 years. We'll have no other excuses to give them. They've been holding down the family day after day, making way when there's no way, day after day. We are out of excuses. When are we going to return home and look into the eyes of our wives and our children and say, the answer is here. The solution has been given. Government, His Excellency, President Joseph Yiman Boyka. When? But this is where we find ourselves, Liberians. You know, when the whole Yellow Machine saga was up in discussion, and some of us started to ask questions concerning the Yellow Machine. We were called unpatriotic. We were called hateful. We were called a lot of names. We were told that we didn't want anything good to happen in Liberia. We were told that we were against anything the government did. But we did not wither. We did not relent. We kept asking questions. Asking questions upon questions. And because we asked those questions, the subject of the cost of the Yellow Machines was brought to the limelight. And because we kept asking those questions, the president then summoned the vice president and unleashed him to go and find out the truth of the matter. We did not hold the president for his misrepresentations. Remember when he told us that he had a friend in South Africa that was giving us the Yellow Machine for free? You remember when he told us it was a gentleman agreement on half of paper? You remember when he told us that the few machines that had come, there were more coming? We didn't hold him to that. We didn't chastise him on that. Just say, go ahead, Mr. President, do your due diligence. The 185 machine that were coming and that was supposed to cost us 285 machines, sorry, that were coming was supposed to cost us 85 million, went from 85 million to 20 something million. Only because we spoke. Only because we challenged. Only because we did not listen when people called us names. We had a mission. Our mission was, one, we don't agree with this, but if we're going to do it, we're going to do it the right way. And even if you try to do it the wrong way, we will still speak on the right way. And so we kept pushing for that. But let me ask you people something. Do we really believe that government can handle this project? Do we really believe that government can handle this project? That government can order 285 yellow machine? That government can maintain 285 yellow machine year in, year out? That government can correctly hire mechanics, bring in spare parts, retain drivers for these 285 machines? That the logistics of the 285 machine can be handled by government? If you believe so, my brother, you get serious problem. Because I will challenge you when I open these lines for you to tell me one time in your whole history of knowing government, has government ever done something from beginning to end and be straight? Government is not built like that. Government is not built to handle things like that. They are not. They're not built to handle things like that. I'll be the first person to tell you. This is why Ellen, in her wisdom, knew that it was best. Ellen knew it was best to turn over such projects to the private sector. Ellen knew that. She understood that concept. And so that's why government, instead of importing yellow machines, decided to turn over these road projects to the private sector. Just think about it. If you turn the project over to the private sector, that company that's getting the contract, they have to order their machines. They have to find somewhere to store the machines. They have to maintain the machines. They have to order spare parts. They have to hire mechanics. They have to hire drivers. They have to make sure the machine is working. You don't have to deal with any one of those things. The person that gets the contract has to deal with that. That's what Ellen did in her wisdom. We'll only negotiate contracts. You remember, I believe it was James Davis that took the contract from Freeport to Port Royal. And that contract was renegotiated under the CDC government for almost twice the price. There was no explanation given that why the price almost doubled. But we just saw the price almost double. And when this United Party came into power, they told him, no, we're not doing that. You originally signed a contract with the government to get that project done. We expect the project done, and we expect it done for that price. Are they working on it today? This is what happens when you turn things over to the private sector. You can hold them accountable. You can stand on the contract and say, no, you sign here and we pay you. Therefore, you'll do our work. But this thing where you turn it all to government. So now government got to import yellow machine. The yellow machine come. What we hearing now from our big brother, Brownie, Honorable Samuka, is going to cost about $50 million to maintain the machine. $50 million. And another one-time payment. That's just the first year. Somebody say, oh, it'll be $50 million every year. No, man, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's not $50 million every year. It's only $50 million for the first year. You see, when it comes to machines, as they age, it gets more expensive to maintain. As machines age, as you work them, they become more expensive to maintain. So expect that $50 million to only go up. And not going down again. That $50 million will only go up. And that means that we better prepare ourselves. Because I can predict to you very clearly that within 2 years, we'll be spending about $80 million to maintain those machines. Mark my words. Say Marco Palmer told you. Within 2 years, we'll be spending 80 or more than $80 million to maintain those machines. From the servicing, to the parking, to the spare parts, to the drivers, and all of the things. Okay? It's going to cost more than $80 million to do. And this is where, we'll ask ourselves, was this a good idea? Was this a good idea? Should we have just given this contract to somebody? Say, my man, we need for you to open up the roads, to clear some farmlands. Let's sit down and do a contract. Let's put the bid out there to companies. Let them submit their proposals to us. We can put it through the PPCC. But when you do things for political reasons all the time, this is a problem you have. When you do things for political reasons all the time, there's a problem you have. Because the whole yellow machine thing, it was not about doing the right thing. It was about how do we score political points for 2029. And because of that, they decided they're going to import 285 machines. Nobody asked the question, oh, how are we going to maintain these machines? Where are we going to park it? Where will we find mechanic from? It's one thing to maintain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 machines. It's another thing to maintain 285. It's a whole different thing. How do you do that? And that's what we are, my people. A government that's not listening to its people. A government that's not responding to its people. A government whose only focus is how do we score political points for 2029? Instead of just solving the Liberian poor problem. How do we score political points? This is what they are on. This is what they are running with. How do we score political points? But we will continue working. This is our government. This is all we have. So we have to work with them for the next 3 years. We will continue to provide suggestions. We'll continue to encourage our government to do the best thing for the country. Right now, when it comes to the 285 machine, I will be honest with you, my people. I'll be very honest with you. The best thing the government can do right now is to turn over those machines to private construction companies. And say, look, we get 285 yellow machine. We need work done. Come, let's sit down, let's negotiate. Part of the payment will be providing you with these machines. That will be part of the payment. It will be part of the contract. You will get it. You will maintain it. You will do all the things that need to be done. And then you will clear the roads. And then we'll pay you your balance money. That's the best thing the government can do. But this thing what they're doing right now, where they now put whole bowl together. Tell me where you see it work before. There was a reason why we got away from this. Why are we going back to this? Let's spend money wisely. Okay? The money not plenty. So let's spend money wisely. You know, the president of the University of Liberia recently started to present to the Liberian people that the fees at the University of Liberia most likely will be going up. I already hear the grumbling. People now start grumbling. It's understandable. No money in the country. It is a young people that go to the university most of the time. They don't have any jobs. Their parents are struggling. Why are they going to get this money? At the same time, the president is saying, the president of the University of Liberia, Dada Mampaya, is saying, in order to run the player and to provide you a quality education, now when you leave from here, you are prepared for the future. It's going to cost money. And that money is not coming from the government. So we have to raise fees. This is another thing I want to hear from you people. my fellow wonderful listeners, what do you guys think? Should the University of Liberia raise fees? If they don't, how are they going to cover the expenses? Laboratories, chairs, materials, paying tuition to salary of staff and teachers, faculty, upkeeping university. All talk about how the university dirty. How do you upkeep the university if you don't have the money and government is not giving you enough? If you have a 15, they give you 10. If you have a 30, they give you 15. How do you do it? I really want to hear from you guys. Should we raise the fees at the University of Liberia and hold the administration feet to the fire for better quality education? Or should we maintain the status quo of limited money, third-rate education, and most appropriately, graduating people who are not prepared for what is coming in the future? What do you guys think? When we open the lines, I really want to hear from you. What do you guys really think about that? Something that has really come since we're talking about money, we're talking about holding people accountable. You see, because look, when people ask for money, right, and that money is provided, what comes after that is accountability. So if you come to me and say, look, we are not providing the kind of education for university students that they should be getting because we don't have money. We don't have money to pay good instructors. We don't have money to pay for good instruments. We don't have money for workshops, for books, for all of the things that are needed to create that environment where we can actually educate these young people to where they need to be. And you say, because of that, we're going to need more money. And that money is provided. Then we can hold you and say, okay, now you need to be accountable. One, what did you spend the money on? How was the money spent? We want to know every single cent. Second, is the education being provided? Are we seeing better prepared graduates coming out? When we go to university, do they have working toilets? Are the buildings, do the building looks presentable? Does the campus looks like a campus, like a place of education? Who you see, but that way accountability comes in. But you see, before you hold somebody accountable, the first thing you got to do is you got to get them what they ask for. Because when you don't get them what they ask for, they'll just come back to that. So you say, oh, that? What happened? The people in the university putting, we're not certified. But the money I have for you not get to me. You gave me the money. So if I had the money, I will be able to produce. You're not giving me the money, I will produce. So it can start with giving the money. So do you guys think that the money should come from the students? Do you think government should provide the money? Do you think the money should be provided at all? Or should we continue on this path? Or are we trying to take water from rock? Speaking on accountability, the GSC has put out another report. After auditing, the GSC, General Auditing Commission, after auditing the Ministry of Justice from the past government, precisely from July 1st, 2017, all the way to June 30th, 2021. The report said they can find $24 million. $24 million from July 1st, 2017 to June 30th, 2021. That was 18, 19, 20, 21, 4 years. That's an average of $6 million per year. They say they can't find no trace. They can't find any receipt. They can't find any receipt book. They can't find any ledger. Nothing. The money is unable to be accounted for. Are we talking about accountability? $6 million a year on average. And you're able to account for it. Then you want more money. How do we do that? How do we do that? Then you want more money. And we are just talking about the justice ministry. Recently, we were talking about the commerce ministry. How do we do that? We saw that the former Minister of Finance, Samuel Ditwell, was summoned by the Asset Recovery for red subsidy money that went through the Ministry of Commerce. I think they said 21 million. When they put ready to call the money in, they will say, when you turn inside 24 million, you turn inside 24 million, but they say the country poor. You that there today, you not get current in your heart. They put talking about millions. You that there listening to me under my voice right now, you can barely afford your late rent to put meat in your pot. But they put talking about millions. You don't hear people talking about taxing again. Oh. Millions. This is what we are under. Ministry of Justice, 24 million posted, they can't find it. They ain't say anybody steal. They ain't say we can't find it. What kind of trouble they, my people? How do we do this? How do we get here? Where do we go from here? So this is where we are. You know, so now we are waiting. We are going to wait. The GAC now is going to summon these past officials for them to come and explain what happened. Where they receive? Where you're spending money? For them to see. Let us see where the money went. But here we are. The people that are supposed to hold the people is actually the legislature. They have oversight responsibility. Oversight responsibility. They are the ones that are supposed to summon the ministry and say, where are the receipts? Last year we gave you 6 million. Where are the receipts? Where did you spend the money on? Nothing. They are not even doing their own jobs. You don't have to call the entire legislature. You have committees. The legislature works by committees. You have committees. The Committee on Law Enforcement, the Committee on Justice, the Committee on National Security. That committee, that is the committee that's supposed to summon the Justice Minister and say, every day you're asking for money. The money we gave you last year, where they receive, and go from there. But you see, when they don't do that, then this is where we find ourselves. This is where we find ourselves. Do we see another court case coming? Is that what we're looking at right now? Are we looking at another court case? If it's a court case, is it going to be another circus like how we saw with the Samuel 12? Are we going to get a verdict? Are we going to get a guilty verdict? Are people going to be held accountable? Keep coming into this word. Are people going to be held accountable? Because in the end, if people are not held accountable, then what is the use of all of this? As we prepare to go to the lines, I have one final topic that I'm hoping we can talk about. On, I believe it was April 17th, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, listeners. On April 17th, Honorable Yeke Koluba of District 10, Montserrat County, was expelled by this House of Representatives, led by the Speaker, Speaker Kuhn, the Rescue Speaker, the Regime Speaker. And even though the court tried to intervene, they went ahead with the action. Let's just call it that. They went ahead with the action. And they said that they declared that a vote had been cast. They had 49 votes. And Honorable Yeke Koluba, Honorable Representative District 10, Montserrat County, was officially expelled. Today is May 18. According to the Liberian Constitution, Article 37, and I will read it verbatim, word for word. Liberian Constitution, Article 37 is as follows. In the event of a vacancy in the legislature caused by death, resignation, expulsion, or otherwise, the presiding officer shall, note that word, shall, not will, not may, but shall, within 30 days, notify the Elections Commission thereof. The Elections Commission shall, once more, not later than 90 days thereafter, cause a by-election to be held. Provided that where such vacancy occurs within 90 days prior to the holding of general elections, the filling of the vacancy shall await the holding of such general elections. That's what Article 37 says. It says, when you expel somebody, within 30 days from that date, you must go and tell the election commission. 30 days must not pass. You should officially tell the election commission that we have a vacancy. The people of District 10 are not being represented in the legislature. All of the laws we are passing, all of the oversight we are doing, the people of District 10 are not a part. Within 30 days. From that 30 days now, when you tell NEC get 90 days to hold by election to fill that seat. NEC get 90 days. The only time NEC will not act on that information is unless election will happen within the 90 days. Then instead of holding special election, they will just wait for that election to come. But as long as there's no election coming within 90 days, NEC must act. And before NEC must act, the speaker, when you hear they say the presiding officer, they talk about the speaker. The speaker must act. So those are our topics, people. This is what's been happening in a Lone Star nation. Let me quickly run through our headlines, and then we'll open the lines. We want to hear from you. You've been listening patiently. You've been following along. We want to hear your take. LEC, I want to know which one you prefer, my people. Whether you prefer rainy season, where the rain can come, but at the same time, again, it can really hammer your hustle, but at least LEC will be stable. Or dry season, where you get space to hustle, but hardly any current and then the heat behind it again. The other one, Thomas Fala, you want a United Party people name. You'll come down from your high horse. You'll come down to the common people. Or else 2029 will be hard for you. Guinea Border, I really want to hear from you. Do you guys have any hope in the quiet diplomacy, or do we need to take another approach? Do we need to do something different so the people can leave our lane? The next one is LU, the tuition going up. What do you think? Do you think the students should pay more tuition? The government should give more money? Or everything must just stay the same? And you must just be yama yama? And then, of course, the whole removal of Yeke business. And now, the people of District 10, Oro, some part of Kongota, where Peace Island, I believe, all back there, you are unrepresented. Your district funds are in limbo. No A, no T. Should the speaker act? What is he waiting for? So, Jeff, there you have it. Please, if you could open the lines and announce our numbers so we can get our callers in, we appreciate it, sir.
All right, folks, if you're there, you're listening. This is the program LRB Feature TV here on Kia Radio 95.9. with Mr. Michael Patmore. You listen to the various talking points, all that he said. LEC, the president's interview regarding the border and other national issues as well. He talked about the yellow machines and also and governance. What are your points? What do you have to say with all of what he has said? 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 plus 231 777 959 959 088 9283938. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you very much.
Your name, where you call from?
Calling from Matari Single.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm listening to the normal articulate on the issue, but I will just scratch on the front issue of the Yellow Machine issue.
It's Mr. Patmore, please.
Yes, okay, thank you very much. You know, when we look at the machine issue in the country, I don't really know what Labrador needs. Yesterday, we were to face any road, we'll go and pay a lot of company to bring them in to face our roads. We don't have no good machine. That is it. The government bring machine. If you have your own machine, like I see road sport, we just look for people to work along with it to face the road. You see it bad. We waste money. Arrest machine. Because some of the youth, 6 years is not 6 days to make me phone with our issue. I articulate a lot of issues. I don't have a middle point. The last issue, the second issue in the middle was the university campus spending money on them and no result. I think you answer your own question. You get money to university, the money is not enough. Then you give money to a jury, a court person who was the lawyer to carry on. They give the money with no good result. So government, before you count on to any other things, you have to get your spending budget. How much will go into it or is something. But I would say this, Liberia is remain Liberia. No one can deport us in the country. I think God is a lot of our eyes open for me, our solution. But I'm very, very devastated to hear people articulate on an issue that is important for the citizens. And now, man, somehow we are not want to work, we're not a government official, we not want to work with government. But I think we've seen there again, name 6 to 7 cardinal issue.
You want to work with government?
The government is a point. I'm not working with government, I'm just a business person, I'm self-employed.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you
don't
don't want to work with government.
No, I'm self-employed.
Okay.
I know. So definitely that if you are looking at 6 cardinal issue in the country, well, we're fighting, I can see a lot of things is going down.
Okay.
Like, you see the government right now, to see corruption to happen the way before. Our men and you see money over there yesterday, they take it, no accountability. But today,
I want to ask one more question.
You can see the money in the office when you take it, it will come after you. That's what they call accountability.
So no corruption right now, right?
Corruption is limited. I guess there's no corruption, but it's not compared to the past government.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Let's take another person. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. Welcome. Yes.
Thank you for the discussion. I'll listen to.
Yeah.
Yes. For me, what I got, like the panel was saying, when you read Article 37, page 13, you see the in 30 days time, the legislature, which is the presiding officer, which is Richard Kuhn, have to read the National Election Commission for by-election. But since it's because they see the expert for now, I think you're going to more plus now. Since they don't hear nothing, the people are discussing, they're in limo, no representation in the house for them. So the government, the legislature in the BC, when they expect they tell Liberian people that they have by-election, or when they will reconsider Yaka, they tell the Liberian people that Yaka start whatever. But you can still expect somebody to go into more plus now. You can't do it necessarily, which means they're violating the Constitution. is violating Article 37 of the Constitution on the land of the Polar issue. People are the president said the president is making fun of us. Because the president can't say he had discussion with Guinea president, they had Chicha, and the president telling say how the Polar issue is that looking at a mockery. Because Tumuya getting soldier at the Polar, the first thing day-to-day briefing. Then Tumuya be asking the president how the Polar issue is looking at the same provoking our president and our president need to be serious and some caution. You can't go down there, you can't have friends. I know you make like so which means you gotta get a report on the Polar issue to Tumuya because Tumuya can't to the Polar down there. Right now when you go there, boy, I build a thing called the living there now. There yeah, our mother, our sister, and then we get down there. Right now they locate area now. If they play with Guinea, the government tell they're speaking on it.
Okay.
Thank you for the discussion.
Thank you, Prince. Good evening.
Yeah.
Yes. Mohammed Donzo.
Yeah.
Mohammed, you low.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And delivering to your panelists. Well, Jeff, I want to say this in your platform. The consequence.
Mohammed, your phone low.
Hello?
Yeah, you're very low. I don't know what happened to your phone these days. A few days. Yeah, you're very low.
Yes.
Mansisi?
How you doing, Baba?
I'm okay.
Me say how to my son. I've been there, right?
Yeah, Marco Pamo.
Oh, Marco, how you doing, my son?
Okay, Mama.
Thank you for the show. I listen to everything what you said. Yeah. No, when we talking about Russia, somebody get left the line, say it was West in the past government. Then I will get laughing. Then you're not serious. You're not honest to yourself. Before the president was elected, you were not even sitting as a president. You fought for money to buy cars. Today, instead of going around, no legislation approved for it. The president not even to see the money he gave the people for refreshment today. They will say she ate it. No accountability. The money will take it from places. You can't go to the legislation to approve for it. Who they give the accountability now? Who they getting it to? The money they talking, why they talk and go move so far? Why is the money people are here suffering? Our children is really the protest. The money you use to move yet it can do other things for us. You see on social media the men showing bad shit, showing ratty matter, they block all the whole thing. No come on, even that because talking about soap or tasso in that day, they posting it on social media. You saying it, but you say you're the best government. You took your fight for Russia instead of post for the they stole today, two are gone free. Nothing you could prove. Nothing you could prove today. You bring about rest issue. You told all the rest, yes, indeed, you were sure that they may give money. But you said you saw something shorted that it was making impact. When they sell the best for Russian people that they come out with power, the people are taking a salary 3-4 months, the people are taking pay. You know that when you are one of it. People are not taking pay. You say you pay for it 2 weeks, then you will take pay every 2 weeks. So they won't happy. The people are applying for their salary. You laugh to the people. The who you pay in local county when you call the person in salary on state radio as a person of all the men that have for the 2 years. He laughs to the people he said, I just said myself, I don't know about it. But I see person paying money, 208, you start paying it. But he laughs to the people. Who money is spending, la money. And so the border issue, he may follow himself. The problem may follow him. He went he went there, the master went off. But when he came from them, people don't send the money, fucking fire applying the money. What I'm broke for, what broke up? The fire a photo there, what that boy living, not living, I know. We may get up there from there. All the people that go to get up there, you stop on another go there. Then I'm coming, you running. Look what I see, look for their so-called government in power. And nothing they telling us. They get lying, see the government, making our country. I'm going to take 1 million, 5 million, go play in that who use. They can bring up more.
No, Mansisi, no, I'm thinking you on the radio, Mansisi. Yeah, I know you want to express your frustration. Yeah, the feedback is too much. You want to call your radio off?
Come on, Femi.
Yeah, Mama, welcome.
One woman for justice from West from Pearl CDC.
Let's hear you, man.
Yeah. The men are moving on. I was starting on fight. Say they government are corrupt. The past government are corrupt. They government are corrupt. Government was taking our resources. They go move one speaker, thousand, try one go to school. No way for them to go to school. They suffering now. Parents they putting children also for school fees for fully thing. There no money. Yeah. University college, the school price going up. People crying, they complaining all around. Then in OR he talking, he say the government corrupt, the power government corrupt. He want where we government. He ran 100% because they getting something what they can get a father to go over radio to talk about the government. Our road facing our machine. How to know the machine? We not get no understanding of the machine. When Baga getting power, the masses say, it's for money, he take in the cover, he go back big car with it. Then they take the money, they say the dog away for Baga, we not know here, no tea. We suffer in the country, no good understanding in the country. Then he come over here, he talking all tabata. 1 billion will bring the library pool and put in there.
Okay. Thank you, Marvin. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello, your name and where you call from?
My name is Sherry. I'm calling you from Chegora to be precise.
Okay, Sherry, let's hear you.
Yeah, and thank you for your talking point. And you say you know, one of the things that very made a comment to be adequate is that to plenty. Because one time I can remember another time I was in traffic. On our say we feed that was the long and the president then they keep on our feet at that time they were campaigning. You know what that was the long and say? And we pay your children, we pay your money, and you pay your children school fee, so free tuition to the university, and ain't nothing. People now used to be shouting, yeah, we know our salary whenever increase, we pay our children school fee, and now our children was ABC to all the way to 12th grade university. And now job we are be paying their tuition for it. And university before we will pay. So that one nothing. So where is the tarot they don't there that they were campaigning yesterday that they say the free tuition it was not nothing. So there today, yeah now they hacking the university fee. So the poor children are there. How you expect them to school? Because they are not children and I hear majority of them the senator they representing them. The free thing in that children for year. Their children in different countries and going to school. But are we opposed to the children that are going over there? We're not even get tuition to pay. So what they want to do now, they want to for the children to be sitting down and the children when they go travel, they learn about when they can, then they continue to rule, they can't continue to rule again. That's what they're doing.
Okay.
That's what they're doing today. When we be paying your salary, and you will be paying your university fee. All kind of things that they were going to be talking. So the thing that they were going to be saying, that one wanting today, why is it that they carry tuition up to pay university? What president we are doing, former president we are doing, to make that university for that plan registration. He was doing different things to that university to help children, poor children to go. But still they were against it. So let them solve their problem on their phone. And let them live by what they do. Okay. So thank you for your show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening,
yes.
Jeff.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah, good evening to your panelists. Well, Jeff, this is Mohammed Gonzo for Fana. Yeah, Jeff. You know, I want to appreciate your panel this evening. Explaining, to the Liberian people what is unfolding in our country. Well, I just want to enjoy two, things that he mentioned. Mm-hmm. He mentioned about President Bouaka interview. Well, to my own view, if what President Bouaka told the world that Dumia told him what he said, has a very sensitive person, has a very a person that know his job, he should have disclosed that to the world. You should have kind of run this. He tell his cabinet, not in the entire world. He showed the world that Dumia is making fun out of him, and Dumia is making fun out of our country. And So the second thing is about the yellow machine that the government said that they bring. That's why we always say that this government is so insensitive of doing things. They just jump off on the blue. They just do things that they can't say they analyze, what it will take, how, expensive it will take the government. Now, things is hard in this country. The hospital are, they are drugs, they are drugs, no drugs in the hospital, all of this other schools that no, renovation of other schools, and there's people just being, I agree, that type of project that the private sector, even the government will be, sponsoring it. The private sector should take that, that project and they start developing the country, but not government. Government has a lot of people to pay, taxpayer money, but what the government is doing, they're just doing things, they just, because LeBron always let to go by, by things. So thank you, you guys, evening.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Let me know where you call from.
Yeah, it is true. I'm calling from the same coronavirus.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, I got it for me. Here, machine, better here, machine. Come down and push you down. We a lot of everything. Here, machine, kind of, finish for them. My yellow machine and terrible. When you go for now, and we have nothing about it. Oh, yeah, yellow machine, the other video becoming this go out of this video. Come here, people fishing every day. And we know how to start on.
Okay. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Jones, Betty.
Yeah, Jeff, thanks for the recognition. This is Jones K. Betty calling from Japanese Food. Jeff, let me say thanks to your guy from ORC. Then you know how long what they do for nation. Continue to take the time, leave the business schedule, come and electing we the people of this country. Such enlightenment is good for this nation. But I just want to put forth something into this conversation. Yeah, it is. Because he spoke as to government. But yeah, I listened to the Deputy Speaker in person, Thomas P. Fala, who said Unity Party officials should put down their view mirror or their windshield and look down. It is not what we are asking for. What we are saying to this government, we need our equitable share of the wealth of this nation. We, the people, we want to be factor within the national budget. Through that, we get our equitable share. But we don't want that pathetic world living where people should get to the community, look for gem hall, put resin plastic there, look for syrup picket hall, look for masses and the rest of it. This is not what we want as people. We are calling on this government. We are not pathetic. We are not sick people. We are not mentally deranged where people will put resin plastic there or are trying to see you guys put your EQD or Fafa tent, and that is not what we want. On Tomo P. Farah, Deputy Speaker, I believe you are listening to this station now. We need our equitable share of the wealth of this nation. We want to be factor within the national budget. It is not just you. It is not just appointed officials. It is not just elected officials. It is not just people within the civil servant. Let me say within the CSA rather. But we as people, jobless people, what is this government doing to ensure that we are factor within the national budget? Those are things we are calling upon this government to do for us. And to all the yellow machine, the issue of the yellow machine, this government is just all about public show. Where do they have 51 million for almost every, let me say annually, as which is the operational and maintenance cost of those machines? Do they have 51 million? Absolutely zero. So at the end of the day, you find a yellow machine parked with Tapoli or this Republic of Liberia because the government cannot give 51 million annually. And see, you pay 27 plus million for the 1 year plus yellow machine. Now, you asking for 51 million as operational and maintenance cost. What sense it makes? I'll be honest. I just waste that yellow machine now President Boyka and his government continue to brag. I just wish. Do you have the yellow machine again? The field are currently in Ivory Coast, stuck there. Why they can't bring those yellow machines from Ivory Coast to Liberia? Because they have done all of their checking. All they know, it is a waste. That's a burden on national budget. Once we get our equitable share as to the wealth of this nation, we don't need yellow machine. You'll find individuals will go foreign country. They will buy those things, come and open their roads. But being that you have almost everything for yourself, everything just for yourself. They don't care about it. We, the ordinary people. Go JFK now. JFK is very expensive. It's like a private institution. All of the drugs the people buy, they have to send it across the street. After some people, due to the bills, they have to leave the people that go out in the street to bed. Go see schools up to now. Our children in the interior of Liberia, if I one teacher to an entire school, children are still sitting on the bare floor. Tomo Fala, we want our share. Those people that are sitting on the bare floor to get education, there's neither. They're sitting Google chairs is what they want. They do not want to go and pity them and get a handout. It's not what we want in this nation. You know, even West Side here, 20 people still dream of Christ in this republic, 21st century. People, also Mosorado County, the people are dreaming of Christ. And you say, indeed, they should put their windshield down and give him that. Is that what we, the people, is that what we stood in line for? Is that our dignity on our Tomo P. Fala? We say, no, no. You should look into the budget and pity we, the people of this nation. The people are suffering, are so jobless. President Boyka, you took jobs away from your people at the Ministry of State for presidential affairs. $25, $50 job, gardener job. The former president we have regime created for people. You can't talk those people out in the name that they are sedition. Are they not Liberian? Are they not to benefit from the wealth of this nation? Ministry of Transport, you took the statutory function and gave it away, and you say leadership by example. When a journalist interview on France 24, leadership by example, is that the leadership that you show to all? You have no respect for the rule of law. We have the case involving Fanatic Kofa. We have 10 new positions about disrespected in this nation. The law, peaceful students went out to protest. They were brutal. Have you come up to bring your police to board to say where did it's wrong? You cannot treat peaceful people like that. You continue to be mute. Is that leadership by example, President Boyka in this nation? We say no to you. You continue to do the worst for the nation. You cannot rescue. But see, when you continue to build for yourself, go there, real now. Is that a rescue? You rescue yourself. You have forgotten those people. Those people all the time, they say they were in the trenches. They walk in purple water. Yes, indeed. They should ask themselves, the very Tomo Fala in Tapayatema, T5, it is now, or United Partisan. What is the message to those people that stood in a queue on ground that indeed you will fight corruption to a court?
Okay.
Man who has been elected is so corrupt. Now, one year down with you, President Boyka, what are you saying to we, the people of this country? Have a good day, Jeff.
Thank you, Mohammed. Jones Betty, thank you so much. Yes, 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0889 283 938 plus 231 777 959 959 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the show LRB Future TV here on KR Radio 95.9. And the show is also live on LRB Future TV. Go to Facebook and search for LRB Future TV, and you will also follow the show live. Leave your comments there. Let's take this person. Good evening. Please, the feedback. Cut your radio off, please.
Yeah. Good evening, my dear brothers and friends.
You want to move from your radio, please? The feedback. I can't keep you. Good evening. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, no?
Yes.
You get me?
Yes, your name, where you call from?
Hello?
Your name and where you call from? Hello?
Hello?
Oh no, you have to change your phone. Hello? Your name and where you call from?
Hello? Yeah, this is Amara Kamara calling from Chibata.
Amara, let's hear you.
And you know, one of the things that even you are talking about the yellow machine, you know, one of the things that I suspecting about the yellow machine.
What is it?
If you go in, most of the rural homes, and just be you are a journalist, just be taking survey in a rural community, then you will see yellow machines parking all around. I don't really know that the machine that the government brought, and just parking, that they get things for it to do, because they say they brought it for the Liberian people. But when are the yellow machine? The machine, when you use that go where you go down to loot, before reaching to Black Factory, you will see yellow machine and land up. When you go any of the places, you will see yellow machine. Before you were not like that, yes. So, but you just take survey and you will see why I'm telling you. As a journalist, just go and do your interview. And even say to Raya place them before reaching to Raya radio station there. So when you park at that GB area there, you will see the yellow machine parking in that area there. Yellow machine just parking, I don't call it to sell it to people there to make money. Or like bring people, I don't really know. So I don't really know when I'm government the phone running.
Okay.
They just doing things, they just support people every day. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, too bad. We'll take two more. Good evening. Good evening. Let me get this person. Good evening. Please, my brother, you gotta walk away from the radio. Yeah. You turn it off, Alice. Yeah, you call first. I told you the thing. You still have it on 0777 959 959. Good evening.
Good evening.
Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, my name is Seguano and I call from the GMB and Engagement for the Labrador Foundation along the UP International Bureau headquarters in the community.
Let's hear you, my brother.
I've been sitting quietly. I don't want to really go in, but it's good to be nationalistic and when you are calling to speak on national issues. Some of your previous callers said yellow machines are parking all over, is here, there. I mean, everywhere they pass the yellow machine, I think they're missing the link.
No, he said he doesn't know whether they are the machines. He just assumed that the machines are parked.
Yeah,
he does not know whether those are the machines.
Speaking of our assumption, it is also incumbent on you as a media practitioners to provide the basic information surrounding the government machine that are being imported into this country. It is your duty to provide.
Tell you what? To say what?
If you follow as a journalist, your institution were invited to carry on coverage of the entrance of the machine into the country.
No, this institution was not invited.
Your institution was never invited.
No.
So here is the information. If you get to Bentor, all of the machines are being stationed there so that they will be distributed to the 15 political subdivisions of this country. It is a machine that is shared around. People coming on your platform with insinuations, sometimes your news headline.
No. When he said it, did we say yes, that's true? The man said he said, I don't know whether the machines parking in the community. I don't know, but when you go to the place, you see some. Take your own survey, go and do your own survey. He did not say the machines that they brought, they are packed in the communities. That's not what he said.
So you on the media, on the radio, you have to sometimes provide the information that you be hearing. You don't have to be. Look, people depend on you for basic information to guide the country. So if people are insinuating, you tell them what you are being hearing as a journalist, as that information on. Sometimes they say the journalists are the wise of the society. You are the consciousness of the society. So to allow them to go with those kind of information is wrong for us to live with it. This is a society that we want to build. Liberia is transitioning for 14 years, decades of war. Some people don't understand how government works. Okay, so basic information need for those who have the privilege to go on the national platform. Unless there's somebody that said, chosen for the rescue. It is not. I mean, to come and rescue, too many things involved in rescue a country that was dying. I mean, this country, I can tell you, one auditor is never, I mean, and now to come and say, oh, somebody is after me to kill me. I mean, we are not heard a death of a single auditor. Unless in the past years, you will hear that auditors are being killed. And we hear audit reports upon reports, giving information in the Bible that people stole our money. People stole this country money. And I see some picture that other people come eat the same certificate of people. Okay? And the person, they not steal. I think they should allow the justice system to work to exonerate that person. But to say this man is, I mean, he's not stealing, but other people stealing and looking at them. I mean, what kind of country they want to see in this current dispensation?
Thank you, my brother.
President Baka is doing his best to make sure that this country. Look, we sat here, Minister of Agriculture, the lady that was Minister of Agriculture, name was mentioned, and President George refused to take that person to court.
Thank you, my brother.
That was wrong.
Okay.
And too many things happening on Georgia.
Thank you.
We are seeing people being going to go court to exonerate themselves. Some people were set free. Some people were set free just yesterday.
Thank you.
That is freedom of the one person. We should accept that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's close out with this.
All right. Oh, you want more? Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah. Your last
Jeff.
caller.
Yeah, I'm Mohammed.
Yeah, Mohammed.
A member of the Concerned Librarian for Justice. Well, you know, if you want to come make clarity on the radio, you should come and pay for your time. To come tell what the librarian, what the government is doing with the machine. You cannot come and question somebody on the platform. And I heard you saying about auditor that yesterday. You know that people kill auditor. You are in power. I beg of you, go and take the file and read, and record the case back and go after those that kill the auditor. Whether you will see somebody who, you're saying that, some guys like that count this video, come and defend your government, what your government is doing. They can't talk about auditor. That is past. That is in the past. So you guys are failing daily, and Mr. Bwaka is failing daily, disgracing you guys. So 2029 is coming. We'll be on the battle 50-50.
Thank you. Sorry guys, we can't take calls again. We're out of time. There's a part more. You listen to the callers.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you to all our callers out there. Thank you to our listeners, those who were able to get through this week. Those who were not, we'll urge you, keep trying, keep calling. We'll continue to open the lines. We want to hear from you. You are the reason why we are here. You are the reason why we do what we are doing. So we'd love to hear from you. All of the comments, we welcome it. And we want to encourage you to continue to speak out. This government works for you. Okay? You don't work for the government works for you. So when they're not doing what you expect, the only way they will make a change is unless you speak up. It's unless you speak up. So with that, it will come to the end of another program here this Monday. We are the flagship. We start the week off. We've listened. We've heard. We will go forward this week and we'll do what needs to be done to make Liberia greater. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us, for sticking with it. To our listeners out there in Radio Land, I want to thank you so much. We'll be looking forward. We have shows the entire week. LIB Future TV is on Monday through Friday. So join us tomorrow at the same time. You will get another progressive show going. And we will be here again next week, Monday, with all of the happenings. Until then, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. We praise God's blessing upon you, and we'll see you again.
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.